There we go. All right, Dan Poneman here, IllinoisHSBasketball.com at the Nike Peach Jam. I'm with Vince Garrett. Vince is a forward for the Irvin Fire. Uh, First off, Vince, tell me about this experience playing the Nike Peach Jam so far.
I've never really been to a Peach Jam before, but it's my first year. You know what I'm saying? Nick had called me. He was like, I was looking good for joining the game. He had called me, asked me to come down to the Peach Jam with him.
Now, tell me about the experience here being around all these top players and college coaches. Has it been intimidating for you just playing your game?
I'm kind of used to it because, you know what I'm saying, I play with Darius, and he's like a real top player. And I'm just used to it. I really don't be paying attention to rankings. I just be wanting to play.
Now, your Irvin Fire team has a lot of top players. 6 kids committed to high major schools. You know, 3 more that are top ranked in the country. People don't know your name that well. How do you deal with being underrated, and what are you doing to try and get your name out there?
I kind of like being underrated because people don't know what I can do, but then when I get out there, they be like, man, who was that? That's why I kind of like being underrated, but I would like for my name to be out there more, but being underrated is like, you know what I'm saying, the underdog of the game. That's why I like being underrated.
Now talk about now Irvin Fire, in case you guys don't know, legendary for your pregame warm-ups. How do you decide what dunks you're going to be doing in warm-ups?
I don't know. I just be, if I feel like getting up there, just get up there. Usually niggas be like, show me something, so I just shock the crowd.
Yeah, so are you out there trying to shock the crowd or intimidate the other team?
I do everything. I try to scare other players from what I can do in the air.
Now, what do you think is the best part about your game?
Defense, you know what I'm saying? I can chase people down and just, you know what I'm saying, icebox anybody out there.
Yeah, you were just guarding Will Barton in the last game. He's one of the top 5, 6 players in the nation. He had 47 points in an earlier game, and you held him to just a few buckets. What were you thinking when you were out there guarding him?
Nick was just like, don't let him touch the ball. I was like, I gotta get at him, straight from the jump.
Now you play at Marshall High School,
Yeah.
legendary high school in Chicago for basketball. You play against all the top teams on the west side and south side. Tell me about Chicago basketball and what makes it so special.
I mean, we on the west side, we got one of the best conferences out there, the Red West, and that's like one of the toughest conferences, man. Cause there ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, like really in there, out on the suburbs, you know what I'm saying, out south. Everybody's on the west side. That's where the tough schools are. You know what I'm saying, the tough kids out there. You know what I'm saying, cause everybody trying to make a name for themselves, and everybody playing hard 24/7.
Now, growing up on the west side was how often did you play basketball? Was basketball kind of like a lifestyle for you growing up?
No, I had got to Marshall and Coach Brian was talking to me. He was like, man, I want you to play. I wasn't really going to play for high school basketball. I was just going to go to school and just get out there. And Coach Brian asked me to play, and I've just been playing since then.
Cool. Now, you played with Darius Smith last year at Marshall. Darius is going to Connecticut next year. One of the top recruits in the country. Tell me about your experience playing with Darius and what you learned from him and all that.
He's a great leader. You know what I'm saying? He really helped me a lot in games, you know what I'm saying, by letting me know what I should do, what I shouldn't do. He's one of the main reasons why I like sticking D because, you know what I'm saying, he's a great defensive player. And in practice, I had to stick him a lot, you know what I'm saying. He's a great scorer, and it's kind of hard to guard him and stuff. I like playing with him, saying he's not a hog, but he loves to pass the ball and he knows how to score.
Now, you're playing with the Irvin Fire. Everyone had very high expectations, expecting the Fire to win the whole Peach Jam. You guys went 2-3. What happened? Why weren't you winning the games you're supposed to?
We kind of lost our spunk the first 3 games. We had a bunch of sour faces, you know what I'm saying, because, you know what I'm saying, people wasn't getting in, you know what I'm saying, people wasn't playing. But then, you know what I'm saying, we had to wake up, you know what I'm saying. We just needed one win and just realize what we was doing. We could just take off from the jump from there.
Cool. Now, last question. Obviously, you want to play college basketball, but pro basketball isn't for everybody. If you can't play pro basketball, what do you want to be 10 years from now?
I ain't really thought about it. I thought I'd major in some business, like stockbroking, probably. That's like one of the key majors of society. That's what I thought I wanted to do.
All right, cool. What are you going to be looking for when you look at colleges?
Mm, some place fun, entertaining, you know what I'm saying, where the crowd can get you into the game, you know what I'm saying. I want to go to like a big historical college, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, you heard it here first. Vince Garrett. That's Vince Garrett. I'm Dan Poneman, IllinoisHSBasketball.com. Check in soon for highlights of Vince. in games, and then the legendary Mac Irvin warm-ups. Until next time, we're out.